And there's no female custodian.
The biggest news possible, which is Warhammer 40k 11th edition new cinematic trailer featuring the freaking Emperor of Mankind.
Yay.
Oh my god.
Hear it.
Okay, new cinematic trailer drops. Let's see the trailer, guys.
It is the 41st millennium. For more than 100 centuries, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of Earth. He is the master of mankind in the war between gods. And master of 1,000,000 worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is the carrion lord of the imperium, for whom 1,000 souls are sacrificed every day, so his may continue to burn. He is a rotting carcass, writhing with power, sustained by forbidden marvels from the dark age of technology. To be alive in such times is to be one amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology and science, for so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned. Forget the promise of progress and understanding. For in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. No peace amongst the stars. Only an eternity of carnage and slaughter. And the laughter of thirsting gods. But the universe is a big place, and whatever happens, you will not be missed.
Oh, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. When
It's grim and
are we
dark.
going to see
Dark and grim.
a full show like that?
I was thinking, I wish this was a freaking
A
video
show,
game
right?
as
So
well,
video game,
or
yeah.
show, or both. Like, why not? Why not
Why not
both?
both?
Yeah, this is one of the best trailers that GW has ever put out for any edition. It's amazing.
And they always
Focusing on
put
the
effort in
Emperor.
those, but that's really the pinnacle now.
Yeah, this is like the best. I mean, everything that includes the Emperor, like there. This is, I mean, the Emperor. Obviously, I'm the Empress of 40k, so the Emperor is like the best thing, most fascinating character for me.
He turned Italian now. Yes.
No, we didn't. So yeah, this for me is amazing. Tonight, we're going to go this almost shot by shot real quick. But what do you think in the meantime?
This is fan-fucking-tastic. You know, I wish I didn't know much about GW. Like at least their current iteration. Because their trailers with the Yarick, the old man coming out, that fucking trailer, this trailer, the Horus trailer, they're so good. The animation's so good. I really want to see a show like this. it makes me more excited about like Henry Cavill. I also kind of want to kick him in the ass and be like, hurry up and let's fucking go. But that's a good thing. It means that I'm really like hyped up for this stuff. I love the little Easter eggs that are spread all throughout this. I've been reading Warhammer for a long time as a lorist, like someone that knows lore, but I don't know all the lore that's in this. There's crazy amounts of stuff.
I mean, nobody
Easter
does. Nobody
wise.
actually does. You have to study to even make a video, like study a lot, to remember all the details and whatever it is, and to make sure that you have actually the correct interpretation of that, because the responsibility is still there to understand those things. So yeah, nobody is like a perfect lore person. Yeah.
Well, I think that actually made me more excited. So obviously I didn't want to sound like a complete retard on stream tonight. So I was looking through comments. I went ahead and, kind of followed my way down the rabbit hole with this. And I didn't recognize that whole, what's the end line? Like, and nobody cares, or nobody cares if you died or whatever. I didn't know that was from fucking Rogue Trader, the first edition. I didn't know that that's what they used to say. I don't know a lot about Eldari, and they threw the god in there, the Harlequin god's in there. You get to see an image of it. Gork and Mork are in there. They made Slanesh look like a fucking Eldari, which I thought was crazy. It makes perfect sense if you know like a little bit of lore, and it's like, it looks so cool. I don't know. This stuff is like, yeah, they're saying it in chat too. It's very metal, bonerific. Like, I'm all fucking chubbed up. I try and forget like female Custodes, things like that. Like, can I separate these worlds?
Yeah. So I just want to say the cool thing is that it actually made you to go even deeper to the rabbit hole. So it did its job.
Yeah, it piqued
Yeah,
your interest.
I really love the fan discussion. Like, it's so cool to see people hyped up.
Yeah.
Some people are throwing shade at each other, no matter what, but I think that a lot more people are just back on the centralized theme of, what do you mean the Emperor's moving? Like, that's been the, like, people are like, what? Wait, what? Like, what's going on there? And that made me, like, really question, like, because last year they came out with the Terminus Decree, I think it's last year. Mm-hmm. And it's like, why did you spoil this fantastic mystery they did last year? Is this leading somewhere? Why are they showing all the gods that could be good or really dumb? I don't like how they're taking away the impact of people dying in this world, but I'm kind of curious to see which direction they're going with it. Like, I'm super excited.
Well, it's a grim, dark universe, and the emphasis is that, you will not be missed because they have no time. Yeah.
Is it really grimdark if everyone comes back alive? The lion? The fuck else? What have they done? They keep bringing people back.
It's
Robute Gilliman?
Still not common, though. I mean, Robute Gilliman was back like a long time ago, and he was put into stasis, so he was not like fully dead. He just had to recover.
Right.
I mean, there should
all
be
the weight of the
some
heresy is starting to go away, though, if they're going to do too much of it. And it's starting to feel like a bit of a cash grab. Now, I maintain that I started this whole thing by saying, like, I'm very excited, but it's also, what's going on here? If there's no weight, then there's no weight. Because it's starting to feel, I saw a fan theory already, this is just the war of the gods, and all the gods are going to duke it out. So are there going to be lots of new things to look at? Maybe. But to me, my first reaction was like, oh my god, this is awesome. And then the second thought was, wait a minute. Why are they taking away the weight of, like, certain death? Like, is Ferrus Manus going to come back? Are they just going to bring him back for reasons? So that's kind of what I mean. Obviously, I'm being hyperbolic. So I'm wondering where they're going with this.
Well,
and honestly, I hope they stick the landing. I really want to see something awesome out of this.
Yeah, well, there is that thing where, of course, there is, the original fans that started before I was born, with Warhammer. And I started much more recently, for the past, 6 years, going on 7. Now, my perspective is that, of course, fans are always going to be in odds about certain things. Some criticism will be totally valid, like with the female Custodes. There is that other factor where there should be some kind of a progression. If there's always complete dread and everybody are dying, there's not going to be any story because everybody's just going to die. Chaos gods are gonna win. There's not gonna be any war and conflict, and there has to be just a bit of a tiny little mystery and a glimpse of a hope, which is in the face of the Emperor coming back. So you still need to have something that is positive for the Imperium, I mean, from the Imperium's perspective, and that will include some Primarchs that didn't actually die or their disappearance is a mystery. They could come back because that was never resolved. So we need to resolve this storyline eventually, whatever that is. And I like that personally because it makes for a very interesting story and you don't know what is going to happen. There are some rumors that Rogaldorn may be back because his freaking fist is the only thing that's found from him and his body is somewhere around the universe, we don't know where. So that's very interesting on its own. And he has such an interesting storyline that was developed in the Horus Heresy books, especially in the last few books. And if that is developed, we will see what's happening to him. I want to see what has happened to him. How Ribute was left, Ribute Gilliman was left and he was revived. They needed a bit of a help from the Eldari. That was pretty interesting. I love that. I mean, I love these stories where Primarchs are getting to be heroes of the Imperium, and when you see the scales, negative versus positive things that are happening in 40k, almost 90% is still negative. So they are keeping this not in a balance, but towards, being in a favor of the evil gods. So you feel the dread, and it's still a dark universe. But to me, it's very fascinating when some of the Primarchs are back and they're trying to do something, and it's interesting, like what are they going to do? They brought back the lion, and we're still waiting for like 3 years for him to meet with Gilliman and for them to have a conversation and see what we can do from here with the story. It's so freaking fascinating. If there were no Primarchs, to me, the fascination with the universe is just not gonna be the same. And as we said before, the Russian thing that I said before, Russian saying, and of course it's Цвета варишь нет, which means in taste and color there's no friends. We're always going to see the universe through our own individual eyes. And I'm just telling you how I feel about it and what I want to see. So to me, there should be some kind of a positive thing to make people excited to see badass Imperium kick ass. And the Primarchs are like the most badass people there, and they cannot bring all of them back and unless they say, well, the Emperor all of a sudden now is more powerful than even what we thought that he was becoming. So now even Ferus Manus is going to be back, but I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't think that they're going to do that because his head is cut off and his body is God knows where. He decayed throughout the 10,000 years that this happened. So I don't think that everybody is going to be back. I just think that some that disappeared and something interesting happened to them, like Corax, who is chasing Logar in the war. There's so many loose ends. That's the point. There's so many loose ends going throughout the whole story, and that spreads throughout multiple books that tell different pathways of how things could go with the different Primarchs that are lost and alive, like lost or dead or whatever. Jagdai Khan is lost as well, like freaking your guy.
Rus?
Yeah. Liman
he's
Rus.
lost, yeah.
There's this spear of Liman Rus. That also Constantine Valdor has a spear like that. This is just so interesting what could happen there. So to me, following these stories and developing these stories are great. So I don't see it as what the heck is gonna happen? Everybody's gonna fucking come back. How is that good? No. They could make it very good and still be grim dark. Because again, the odds are not for the Imperium. It's still very freaking terrible. Like the Tyranids are freaking coming. The Orcs are going towards Terra last time I checked. So we need something.
Yeah, it's not like in comic books when everybody comes back after 2 to 3 years and there is really no dread and anything else. Here we have the constant dread, so
yeah.
You kind of need the glimmer of hope.
Yeah, some a little bit,
Yeah,
and again, it's like been 3 years going on 4th year. We're still waiting for the lion to do something. I mean, he did something. The point is to meet with Gilliman and see what's going to happen there. And in the same time, there's sprinkles around in all of those lore books that the emperor is doing something and he builds up his power. He brought actually Gilliman, he brought him back to life in one of the last books that were actually the Gilliman series of books, the Dark Imperium. He brought him to life, which means he's very, very powerful. And that's very interesting that he can do that. So now we see thesis of what the emperor is maybe doing. We know that he's struggling. We know that he wants to be back to some capacity. I think that we do know that. We see some representation of the gods here, which is pretty cool. I am really happy that we see the war and how that's presented finally. I mean, we see those things in the official animation / a trailer. There's a lot of symbolism here. So I do hope that the idea is very grand. We have Dan Abnett's book, which we were waiting for a long time. Such a long time that I forgot how it was called. Literally, I did. So that something is going to happen there that allegedly is connected to Henry Cavill's direction, because what he is doing is somehow connected to that. And, well, everything should be canon connected, yeah, but we don't know what exactly they're referring to, which is even more interesting. So there's layers upon layers of things that will keep our interest despite the other DI stuff that we have to deal with. So this is, to me, this is 40k. Like, this trailer is like fundamentally 40k. And what it could be in the future. Now, another point. This is fascinating to me. Because for the first time ever, we see some kind of, again, official representation of the Golden Throne and how the Emperor is looking like officially on the Golden Throne on top of this pyramid. This is
it's not just artwork or anything like that. It's really official.
Yeah. This is amazing.
In full motion.
Oh yeah, this pyramid, of course, the path to the Golden Throne was depicted in the Horus Heresy books. It's amazing. I really love it. So I love that they are keeping with the official imagery. I love how they show the struggle. I just love that. So yeah, finishing words for you and Tsunami.
The art, I love the art in this. Obviously, I added those extra images to show the Chaos Gods and whatnot. Gork and Mork from the Orcs. I did some more fucking perusing around. They actually show Eldari gods, which I'm not very familiar with. But they're all in the trailer, so frame by frame, or check on Twitter. There are people that have managed to parse this thing.
Here it is.
Alright.
Nurgle?
I'm like 20 seconds behind you guys. I'm not sure what's going on here. Yeah. Notice that Nurgle has a human face, which I think is really funny. But Slaanesh has an Eldari face. I thought that was really cool. That's Khorne, obviously. Well, from what I'm looking at. Even on stream, like, we're live, but I'm looking at you guys 20 seconds behind.
I'm gonna give you direct view. Just give me a sec. Direct view now. Okay, now you see everything. What I'm showing.
So obviously the red one's Khorne.
Yeah.
That's Slaanesh.
Jesus, that's ugly.
Yeah.
But you see how it's the aged, decrepit Eldari? Which obviously ties into the lore completely, which I thought was like a... Once I thought about it, I was like, oh, I get it now. Obviously Tzeentch. You know, tentacle, monster, weirdness.
Yeah, it's mess.
Confusing the eye.
Nurgle.
And then, of course, Nurgle. But Nurgle has almost a human face, and you can see him, like, laughing. I thought immediately of Spawn, the Violator guy.
Indeed, yeah.
The same way that the Violator... Yeah, like, that's what I thought of. And then the other one I sent you was Gork and Mork.
Yeah.
That's something else. I had to look that one up. I did not know what that was.
Yeah, I can't tell.
So they think it's between three things now. Well, two things, really, like, strong things. The first one is that's Tyrannid Hive Mind. That's the actual Hive Mind that's up there in the warp and whatnot. There's another one. Someone found some obscure lore from, I don't know. I don't know what this is. I'm not going to pretend that I know. Like, oh yeah, I'm all well. No, I don't know what the fuck that shit was. There's Gork and Mork.
Mm-hmm.
And the really cool thing about this, as I was looking through it, they're actual images from the old codexes, which is super cool.
Oh, great. They went back.
Someone found some fucking nonsense where I'm like, I don't know. I'm thinking of Starship Troopers, to be honest. Like, I'm that casual. And they were like, no, There's a psychic manifestation of the hive mind inside the warp, and this is a good representation of it. They also found another iteration of this that it could be a thing, but it doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is, I'm curious. GW, what a fucking win. What a W. I want to go search out shit that I don't care about. I don't give a flying fuck about the Tau. I think they're gay. I think that fucking Eldaris are just elf weirdo. They're also gay. And now, all of a sudden, I'm like, I want to know more. So this is such a great trailer for me as like an individual that gets interested if you can interest me. Dude, seeing the Titan from the guardsman's perspective, the trench, the Mechanicum, what are they called? Castellans, the robots and whatnot. I love this trailer. It's amazing.
Exactly, it shows what we talked about the lore and the miniatures. That's why here you have things from the lore, you can see them now represented, and you get more and more interested.
Yeah, they still need to push the lore to hype the miniatures because this is the 11th edition.
This is
You're supposed to buy the miniatures because of this.
Exactly, this is the combination that we talked about, that the two things should live
Did you
in
see what
harmony.
they're not showing?
What do you mean?
Aren't they showing in this?
Female Custodes?
There's no Sisters of Silence, there's
Yeah.
no Sisters of Battle, and there's no female Custodes. What's going on here, GW? That's a weird trailer. Why wouldn't you go ahead and promote the thing that you've been trying to promote? And it really pisses me off, too, because, like, I want to see Sisters of Battle. Obviously, they're like a goon fantasy or whatever. I just think they're cool. Sisters of Violence are a major part of, like, Horus Heresy, at a minimum, if you want to put it that way. Obviously, they're more important for other reasons. Someone's got to bathe that nasty-looking Emperor. But, what? Where's the female Custodes? I thought you guys were so proud of it. I guess I'm on my hopium train tonight, where I'm like, are they going to stay away from this shit for the 11th edition? Are they going to let this go and not talk about the shit anymore? I'm wondering. You couldn't throw that in a montage? This is a montage. You couldn't throw that in there?
Maybe, yeah, maybe, I guess. I mean,
could have put
they
a small-
can put them like next to the throne or whatever.
Or like a small,
technically.
The Siege of Terra is
small
15 books. They showed the Throne of Terra and not a fucking single custodian around that.
Yeah,
What's up with that?
They just decided to zoom out.
They could have put, a quick scene of Custodian taking off the helmet
Yes.
and then it's... Oh my god.
So why didn't they? I'm very curious about that.
Yeah, technically they could have.
They could have. Good thing
That's
they
fair.
didn't. I mean,
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, guys. So let's know what you think in the comments because this is super interesting.
super
Let
indeed,
me
yeah.
just change.
Just
scenes.
what is the show? What is the show, I would say. Show,
Yeah,
the
we
game,
can't wait. We
and
can't wait
everything.
for the show. See what Henrika was going to do. Super excited. We trust Henry. In Henry, we trust.
And let's see actually a show or again if it's going to be those I forget the word, those episodes that are disconnected. Anthology series. Can it be about that period?
Yeah, can it be?
Can we see those things?
I love to
Yes.
see the Emperor
Yeah.
in his prime too. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments. One drama salute to Maggot Dick, to Maggot Tit. Maggot.
Oh boy.
What did I say?
Oh boy.
I'm just tired.
my-
I cannot
just
pronounce
threw up in
things.
my
We'll
brain.
give him, we'll give him a new,
What
new
the
nickname now.
What did I say?
Maggot Dicks. Anyway.
No, I didn't say that.
No,
Back
Come
to
on.
the cock.
totally said it. Tsunami?
Oh, you totally
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah. Well,
Lapses in the last minute.
Maggot Tits, I guess you have also a new nickname. I was going to say nickname too.
Welcome everyone, 40K Empress channel, Gaming Empress channel, Superhero Truth. We talk about dicks a lot. Cocks.
I'm crying. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
crying so bad right now.
Anyway, I hope Maggot Tits is here too. Is he still here? Yeah.
Whether you've got a maggot dick or a horse
That you
wiener,
get. That will totally get you flagged, Maggot
you'll
Tits.
get
is
talked
here.
about here by Empress in some way, shape,
Sorry,
or form.
I'm in a
eventually.
hurry. We're super late, guys. I'm sorry. It's just
They're not blame you for anything.
yeah.
It's
I
fun,
mean, I
so-
don't wanna. Yeah, I don't wanna do these lapses. They just happen. Okay, it's life. I have
Goober
crashed.
Supreme.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
For the imperium must not fail. Imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might. Their purpose burning crystal bright. To lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.